ran 67 laps 6 weeks ago here. Got involved in an accident.
That time, Bill Elliott, just about a quarter of a mile per hour faster than Kurt Busch.
Checking the gap back to Kevin Harvick, the 6th place car. Pretty nice drive for him today. 29th is where he started. He's up to 6th. Finishes 1st and 9th the last couple of weeks, 11th the week before. So, yes, Richard Childress Racing is definitely on the rebound.
Yes, they definitely are, and I think this is a clear indication they are getting much better.
Just behind Harvick, big orange. Tony Stewart. He's kind of up there dicing around with Elliott and Marlin at the beginning for the lead, but his car kind of faded back, and he's hung in this back half of the top 10 most of the afternoon since.
I think maybe they got loose. And Jimmy Spencer, all the problems he's had today, car is off the pace.
Got penalized twice earlier for speeding on pit road.
Or something just shut right off.
Something's back there dragging right behind the right rear. I don't know if that's
tailpipe. Now, you know, so access road.
Keeping an eye on Spencer to make sure he gets off the track and makes it back around to not bring out a caution flag. Of course, his teammate Sterling Marlin probably could use a yellow flag here.
And we see the officials directed Jimmy, please turn left.
Did not do it. Well, this could get interesting. Will the caution come out? Here comes Bill Elliott, 10 laps to go. Watching Jimmy Spencer's car to see if he makes it back around. He's on that access road inside of turn 3. But there's no way he's getting all the way back onto pit road.
That's road.
He's got an awfully long ways to go.
They're trying to signal him.
And then when you turn in there, Jimmy, don't come on pit road. Yeah, okay.
There you go. And I didn't mean to alarm any conspiracy theorists, but you know, that he was going to bring out a yellow on purpose, but was he going to make it back around?
Hang a left, right in there. Hang a left.
Clear.
That's never happened before, you know.
Let's check in the pits of some of the top 10 runners now, starting with Dave Burns.
The 9 car of Bill Elliott, the last of his 41 wins, came at Homestead 21 races ago, but this is familiar territory. It's the same car. Marty?
Kurt Busch sits in second. His car is tight. I asked Jimmy Finning, is it too tight for him to pass anyone? He said, yeah, it's too tight and we're running out of time. I cannot describe to you the disappointment in Sterling Marlin's pit. They were just disheartened when he got passed by Bill Elliott. They thought they had this race won. His spotter, Lauren Ranier, has asked him what's wrong with the car. Sterling has said nothing on the radio. Dale Jarrett behind him having a fine run. He has been tight all day long. They went up 3 rounds on the track bar last time, and no complaints on this run so far for DJ. Dave?
Marty, Saturday morning, Ryan Newman only took 15 laps of practice. Saturday afternoon, he did not practice at all. That saved the motor. Last time here, they had motor failure and finished 32nd.
Kevin Harvick complained for several laps about being held up by the 23. Finally got around him. Richard Childress told him, do what you have to do, but think of the big picture. Harvick looking for his 3rd straight top 10, Dave.
The 20 car of Tony Stewart is just hanging on. Since the last restart, he has only gained 1 position on the track. Marty?
Matt Kenseth running out on the track, and he is tight. They have been tight all day long. I asked their crew chief just a moment ago, Robbie Reiser, what's he saying about the car? He said nothing, just trying to hold his position right now, Matt.
What a great run. What a great run for Terry Labonte, qualified 30th, a 2-time winner. has quietly climbed up to 9th, trying to chase down the 17-car Matt Kenseth. This won't be his best finish if he keeps on. That was the 3rd at Sears Point, but he's trying to get some consistency, and this is a good way to start it. Meanwhile, his brother, Bobby Labonte, currently up to the 10th position. He's tight on exit. He hasn't had a top 10 finish since he won at Martinsville. The car gets tight when he gets closer to his brother. He just wants to hang on and get a good finish. Bill?
When this season is over, Ricky Rudd's not going to want to talk much about Pocono. Thought he was going to win here in June, ended up in the wall and out of contention. Started on the front row today, faded back in the field, trying to work his way back up to the top 10. Disappointment. They look forward to Indy, Matt.
The 22 car of Ward Burton trying to close in on the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Gordon just trying to end the day. I spoke to his crew chief, Robbie Loomis. He said he hasn't said anything on the radio. They've gone from loose to tight, back to loose. Just trying to score top 10. Meanwhile, the double deuce of Ward Burton, he's just trying to get out of here. This has not been one of his better racetracks. His average finish, 30.8 over the last 10 Pocono starts. Bill?
Not the day Mark Martin was hoping for. Maybe he'll pick something up here in the closing laps. Came in 55 points behind Marlin in the race for the championship, losing ground here at Pocono, Dave.
Talk about a car that won't respond, Bill. Jimmy Johnson's car will just not tighten up. It got a little bit better, then it went way back to its bad loose condition. Alan?
Those are the top 15 runners. There are 26 cars on the lead lap as we come down to what will be 5 laps to go when Bill Elliott comes back around to the start-finish line.
And Bill Elliott, the last time by, was the fastest car of all the cars on the racetrack. So Kurt Busch, Sterling Marlin, no one making a dent on his lead.
You know, it's funny, I don't know if this plays into it or not, but the weather conditions as they've changed today. Cloudy and overcast when the race started. Elliott was strong. Then rain, race stopped, sun came out, the track was hot. Elliott didn't run as well. As the overcast came back in and the sun started to set late in the day, here's Elliott, strong once again.
Well, that will change a car, and it will change a car dramatically. Sterling Marlin's car, as you said, when it's warmer, seems to be by far the class of the field. A little bit cooler weather, and Bill Elliott seems to be the class of the field.
Coming up next on TNT, it's the Thomas Crown Affair. Here's Brosnan and Rene Russo. Following NASCAR, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. It's all Bill Elliott right now. He has checked out.
Checked out, and he doesn't have too much traffic in front of him either, so there's not going to be a whole lot that's going to slow him down. Although Kurt Busch was a little bit quicker that last lap. Not going to be enough to make up 2 seconds in 5 laps.
How close you can come to losing a race when Jeff Burton was inside of him racing for second and had the tire go down. If he'd have lost control there, we'd be looking at a much different story than this right now.
We see that Dodge crew on the wall. Mike Hawkins clapping. Engine tuner. All right, one more lap. Well, actually, he's got to make 4 more.
He's got 4 to go.
He's still sparking out the right front.
He's driving that car down in the corner, going for it with all he's got.
You know the last time a Dodge won here at Pocono?
Richard Petty, I guess.
Yes, sir. August of 1976. There's Bill's wife, Cindy, looking on. I'll bet Chase isn't far away either, his son.
There he is.
Yeah, I was right. Nervous moments. 7th place here. Matt Kenseth trying to pick one off from Tony Stewart in the final laps. And running right in on that back bumper, too. Matt started in 22nd today. A good solid run for that team. And of course, when this one's over, we look forward to the Brickyard 400 next Sunday from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC. The conclusion of a long weekend's racing that starts on Saturday here on TNT with Bud Pole qualifying from the Brickyard. Busch Series race 2.
Saturday night.
Yep, on the short track.
Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Be a lot of fun next weekend.
I tell you what, Bill Elliott and the Ray Evernham crew should take this race and go to Indy and really feel good about themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, so many teams tested Indy before coming here because of the proximity on the calendar. Not a lot of banking in these corners, not a lot of banking in Indy. A lot of teams say things they learn at Indy apply to Pocono.
And there's a lot of guys that will bring their Pocono car to Indianapolis and race them next week. And I'd be taking this Dodge.
Another good job for Kurt Busch. But if Bill Elliott can hold it together for less than 5 miles, it's all his. This is the same car that Bill Elliott used to win the race at Homestead last November, that flat track. And now he's coming down for what will be the white flag. Race shortened by 25 laps because of impending darkness, and it is starting to get dark out there too. So it'll go to 425 miles. And Bill Elliott's going to make just one more lap to pick up the victory in the Pennsylvania 500. He's got 1.7 seconds on Kurt Busch and 3 corners to go.
He didn't spark the right front that time. I think he feels victory coming on.
I think he was a little bit careful, maybe going through one that time.
Bill Elliott going to be the first driver to win a race from pole position this season. First one to win a race in the front row this season. Also looking to become the first man to win 5 times here at Pocono Raceway. His other victories coming back 2 in 1985, 1 each in 1988 and 89. Now he's down to the final corner. Red will be the color of the day here at Pocono. Bill Elliott bringing it home for Ray Evernham and Dodge as Elliott wins the Pennsylvania 500 at Pocono. Kurt Busch will finish second. Sterling Marlin will lead 106 of the race's 175 laps, but have to settle for third.
Like I said, ever see Cindy and Chase? And the crew. That's our way to go, guys.
There's Mike Ford, the crew chief, the last guy we got to look at there. Bill Elliott has won the Pennsylvania 500, Dave.
And we'll step in with Mike Ford here, and Bill Elliott had to drive that car around Sterling Marlin. Did you think he had it before the last restart?
Well, we were better than Sterling on a short run. I didn't know that he'd drive around him on the outside, but, you know, coming into the race, Bill's good for a little bit and knew we'd have a shot at it.
You won the pole. That's not been necessarily the best of luck here for the drivers. Did you think all weekend that it was your weekend, Mike?
Yeah, last time this car was on the pole was Homestead, and last time it was on the pole, it won the race, so it's 2 for 2.
There you go. Pole and win at Homestead, pole and win here at Pocono. Alan?
Bill Elliott has won the Pennsylvania 500. He led the last 19 laps en route to the victory. We'll hear from him and some of the other top finishers when we come back to Pocono Raceway after this.